reflection for June 19th and 18th, this last weekend. Yesterday was Father's Day. Yeah, it feels sad. I've continued to sit with letting go of enlightenment, letting go of needing to reach some top of the mountain. And in some ways it feels really good. In some ways it feels liberating. It feels like part of the burden of how I'm perceived goes with it. Well, if I'm, not trying to be anything other than I am, then I just get to be who I am and what I am. But right now there's a sadness because there's just a sense of letting go or giving up on something that I have wanted for a long time. There's a judgment of failure. Even though in some ways it doesn't feel much different. It doesn't feel like, okay, well then now what am I going to do? I'm going to be less strict. This Game of Presence project is going to shift as of now. And I'm not going to be as... Like if I want to watch a movie, I'm going to watch a movie. If I want to start dating, I'm going to start dating. So it's not going to be as in the cave, so to say, as the original intention. Because what is coming through is I want to meet this moment with all of myself. And whatever that means. And before it was like, well, as long as that means that I draw with it or I color within the lines, so to say. And I'm not saying that I'm going to just go do anything. I do and will hold my guardrail of no abuse. That's not something that I have any intention or interest in doing. But, apart from that, a sense of, if I want to, whatever it is, learn an instrument, meditate, play the game of presence, or not do any of those things, then that's what is going to happen. If I want to be around people, cool. If I don't, okay. And it's like, I'm in saying this, like, it is really hard. There is a part of me that's just like, the judgment of that, like, well, all right, you failed. What I'm aware of is that I go through natural cycles. And it's at moments like this where it's easy to slip either direction, to either want to double down on my extremism and say, no, fuck that. I said I was going to do this. I'm going to do it. And force myself to stay in the intensity of the container of how I've had it. When that doesn't feel true for me, that doesn't feel like what my being really wants or needs. Or I slip the other way, which is just like, oh, well, I'm not in the container anymore, so I'm going to do whatever I want, whenever I want, which is in part what I'm doing. But it becomes... I slip back into coping, I slip out of presence. And so there's an in-between that I'm far more aware of right now. Yeah, there's just okay, let's live life more fully. So I'm going to continue to record. I'm going to continue to put out episodes. We'll see what it looks like. It won't be as intense, and some people might not be as interested in it. there still will be, I mean, loving God and spirit and meditation and presence and feeling what I see in the whole game of presence, like that's still a passion of mine. I still and will, you know, I would imagine forever love those things deeply, deeply. I'm just removing the need to do those things in order to feel like I'm enough, or to feel like people will perceive me the way that I want them to as a result of me doing these things. You know, I'm the guy who lived with monks, or I'm the coach, or whatever. It's like I'm kind of uninterested in that. In fact, I'm so uninterested in it that there's a part of me that has been sitting with stopping coaching once this is all done. And maybe, you know, I'll work with some people from time to time, or maybe, you know, whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe I don't stop at all. But this is like, this right here is like, whatever comes to pass. If I go get a regular job, cool. If I keep coaching, cool. If I coach at more of a regular, steady type of hospital type of thing, cool. And I'm sure I'll cycle ups and I'll cycle down, and we'll see. Curious if people have questions in this space, because there's such a part of me that's like, oh shit, like this is an edgy decision for me. I can sense in my heart, it's in the lower part of my heart, kind of solar plexus area, that there's just like this, oh man, I'm opening myself for ridicule, judgment, failure. And I've let that stop me from making decisions in the past that I knew were true for me. And right now, this is true for me. Like, this is like, okay, the Game of Presence project is officially shifted. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to sit with that for a while.